In this Monday.com CRM tutorial, we are going to go over all of the important features of the Monday.com CRM so that by the end of this video, you are actually going to know how to run your business on Monday. Now to get started, we are going to get ourselves a free Monday CRM account. Now if you want to support me for completely free, I will leave you my referral link down below, but either way, no hard worries if you don't. Just head over to Monday and click on get started right here. Now you don't actually need to put in any credit card information to start your free trial. Just continue by either signing up with Google or by putting in your company email. I will just sign up with Google as this is going to be a little bit quicker. And then we are actually going to be redirected to the Sales CRM form where we will have to answer some basic questions. Now, first of all, we are going to be here for work. What describes your current role best? I'm going to go with business owner. Then we can also select how many people are on our team, how many people work at our company, and so on. Now, basically, you will just have to answer this on your own. And depending on your answers, Monday is then going to basically make the setup a little bit more customizable. But it's basically going to be the same all over the board. But for now, I will just click on other right here. Then I'm going to click on continue. I'm going to click on other right here as well. And now we are actually going to be redirected to the Monday dashboard. Now Monday by default will actually allow you to invite your teammates onto the Sales CRM dashboard. So if you have any teammates, you can actually add them right here. You can add them as an admin as well as a member if you want to. However, as of right now, I will just click on remind me later. And now we are going to have, we are going to see sample data for our Monday Sales CRM. And then we can basically start working right here. And then Monday is going to launch an interactive tutorial, which you can do. However, I will actually just skip this. And as of right now, we are going to be at the deals dashboard right here. Now, basically, you are going to have different kind of subdivisions of your account. You are going to have deals, leads, contacts, accounts, activities, sales dashboards, as well as getting started. Now we are going to go through these features from top to bottom. So no worries if you don't understand everything by now. If you're actually going to watch this video till the end, I can promise you that you will have all the skills to run your business on Monday. Now to get started, right here on deals, we basically are going to have different kind of deals views. Like for example, we can change to the pipeline view. And depending on these views, this is obviously going to look different. Now this deal section is basically essential to streamline your sales process and is basically one of the most important features for all of the CRMs out there in my opinion. But to get started, you can actually add a new deal right here and then we can give this deal a name. So let's just say that in our case, I'm going to build up a CRM for a media production company basically. So I'm going to say create video for company markers 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is obviously just an example. Then we can actually realign this and we can also set the owner. Now, as I'm the only person on my team, this would obviously be me. Then we can actually also add a contact onto this deal. Now, we're going to cover this later on, but basically right here, you can set up contacts and you can then obviously link this deal to a certain contact so everything is organized. Now, as for the stage right here, we can set this for new, discovery, proposal, negotiation, won or lost. We can also edit the labels right here and we can even add new labels if we want to. But for now, I will just leave this at the default. I just wanted to mention that you can actually customize this. Now as for the deal value, I'm just going to say that this is going to be $10,000 in my case. And then we are actually going to be a total roundups. We are going to see a total roundup sum right here, which is going to contain all of our deal values. Now we can now also add other core columns to our CRM board, which I actually really like. So let's for example say we are actually going to also add the close probability. And then we can actually also add other things like forecast value, for example, right here. So let's, for example, say that as for this close probability, this create video for Marcus, it is going to have a probability of 80%. And now we can see that although our deal value only is $10,000, our forecast value is going to be $8,000. And basically this is super useful to be taken in consideration when forecasting things and so on. Now you you can even add all sorts of other different informations like the expected close date. So let's quickly also do that. And then we are going to set the close date to the 27th as for this deal right here. Now, as for the closed one, if you actually set any of these deals right here as one, they are going to be automatically added onto this closed one section right here, where we can then see all of the one deals and where we are then going to see a roundup of everything. Now that's basically it for the deal section. Obviously, if you would want to, you could then also change this to the pipeline view. This is probably the thing that you are most used to. Right here you can then just drag everything around, and then it is also automatically going to be changed right here if you want to. Now once you're ready with setting up your deals, we can now head over to the lead section. Now this lead section is basically just to organize all of your upcoming leads, which you can then later on also convert into contacts depending on the state of your lead slash contact basically. So let's now add a new lead called Marcus Company. And then we are going to set the status at new lead. And then as for the email, I'm just going to add marcus@company.com. Let's say as for the title, this is going to be the CEO, and the company is going to be Marcus Company, okay? Obviously, I'm just using simple data to not overcomplicate things. And once you've actually set up your lead, you can then change the status right here. So if this is actually a qualified lead, it would make sense to now move this to the contacts side so that you can then move forward with contacting this person and basically doing more sales related stuff. So that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm just going to click on move to contacts right here. And now this Marcus Company lead is automatically going to be converted as a contacts and is going to show up right here. We can then connect this Marcus Company contact with an account, which we can do later on, and we can also connect a deal. So obviously our deal would be create a video for company, and then as for the priority, let's say that this is actually pretty low. We can also set the phone number as well as the email address once again. However, we've already set that up in the lead section, so no need for that. We can also see the deals value right here. And once again, if you want more information to be displayed, you can always use this plus sign right here to actually show that information that you want to. Now, as for the account section, right here, you can basically just create new accounts, and depending on these accounts, these are basically just going to subdivide all of your deals and are going to categorize them depending on the company. So let's now add a new company called Marcus Company. Once again, the names are very simple with me, and then we are going to add our contact Marcus Company. And as you can see, now Monday.com automatically recognized that this deal right here is in combination and is connected to this lead or this contact right here, and in relation to that is also connected to this account Marcus Company. Once again, we can set the priority as well as the industry. So let's just say that this is going to be let's say a commerce and shopping in the commerce and shopping industry. We could then add the domain as well as description. Now obviously I would actually recommend you to make this as organized as possible for your own reasons. However, also if you are going to work with a team, you can actually, it is basically going to be easier for everyone because everyone is going to have the same information, and it is basically going to be much easier to actually work along. Now, one thing which I would like to mention before we can continue with the tutorial is that Monday.com actually offers quite a lot of great integrations. As you can see right here, they do have most of your big marketing related apps. For example, they do have Zendesk, they also do have Asana for project management basically. They do have Stripe for payment processing as well as HubSpot for CRM. You can see all of the apps right here. As you can see, Slack is also available and so on. Now, I would actually recommend you to beforehand check if all of your apps are going to be available on Monday. And if not, if there are any basically if there are any good alternatives to these apps, so that you will just have to go through the hassle once and not have to worry later on. But for now, I will just close this and I will now head to the activities board right here. Right here, we can basically see the account activities where we can organize and where we can see all of the activities that are added using email and activities functions. So let's just now add a new activity called Marcus Outreach. And then as for the item right here, we will have to basically select our contact called Marcus. right here, Marcus Company. Start time is going to be, let's say, the 25th, and the end time is going to be the 27th. And then we will basically have to set the activity type to, let's say, meeting, and then we can set the status to open right now. Now this is once again just to organize things and to make life simpler. As for the sales dashboard right here, you can see an overall preview of all of your sales pipelines and all of your forecast revenue and so on. Now I actually really like this, and I think this is by far the best looking, taking into consideration that basically all sorts of other CRM tools also have this, but I actually really like how they present their different kind of widgets. And if you want to add a new widget on your own, you can just click on the top left right here, and you can then for example add a new chart, which is then going to display all sorts of different values that you want to, and so on. Now if you want to know more about the best CRM tool out there, and if you want to have a side-by-side comparison on what tool you should actually choose, then you can watch my video right here. Either way, thank you for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. As always, if you have any more questions, you can leave them in the comments down below, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible.